The Cleveland Cavaliers are insane. You may think that they may be historically good. They're somehow better. I want you to guess how many games they're projected to win, or at least on pace for. Yeah, you guessed low no matter what you said. They're on pace for 73 wins, tying the Warriors record. Yes, 73-9. They're 31-4 right now. I don't have the stats in front of me, but that's undoubtedly one of the greatest starts of all time to a season. They just won, again, like they always do. They're 18-1 at home. They're undefeated in the West. They've won 10 straight, by the way. They are going to play the Thunder in like 2-3 days, depending on when you see this. I can't wait for that. The Thunder just played the Knicks and the Celtics. They're going through an absolute gauntlet right now, and it doesn't matter. They're winning. They're on like 14, 15, 16 game win streak. But it's really time to talk awards for the Cavs. Who's going to make an All-Star game? I think Donovan Mitchell, he's a lock. When you're looking at the East guards, not really sure who's been better than him this year, if that's a hot take. And even if LaMelo does get that starting spot because of the fan voting, which I wouldn't be surprised, I actually expect it to happen. He was leading by a fair margin. He's a guarantee. Coaches and those guys really like records for All-Star voting. That's why we've seen Trae Young miss a couple of times where he 100% deserves to get in. Spider does deserve to get in, though. Just because he isn't putting up great stats doesn't mean he hasn't been great. It's kind of the Jalen Brunson effect this year. He's putting up 23, 5 and 4 pretty much, but he's shooting 41% from deep. He's still had a huge impact on this team. Like I know the scoring looks to be down, but his impact is right there. This team's actually just deep, and he isn't playing that many minutes, which is a good thing. They're a plus 13 when he's on the floor. Yeah, I mean, he's only playing 31.4 minutes. That's his career low. He's never had under 33 minutes a game before. Since moving to Cleveland, it was 35.8 and 35.3. And now it's 31.4. And I think the other guaranteed one is Evan Mobley. He's also been a beast. I think there's an argument to be made that he's been the best player on the Cavs this year. Is he the best player on the Cavs? No. Spider's better. But this year, there really is an argument. He's taken that offensive leap. He's shooting 43.5% from three. And I think that was what was holding them back. I know this take is completely wrong, but last season, around this same time, I thought they should trade Evan Mobley. Yeah, clown me for it. But the Mobley-Allen duo looked like it was redundant. It looked like, you only really needed one of them, and Mobley has the better value over Jarrett Allen, so why not trade him? It didn't look like he was going to take the leap. Well, I was completely wrong. He did. He's a much better offensive creator. He's an okay playmaker, but I mean, the dude's a top 10, probably top 5. I'd say top 5 defender in the league right now, who's also spacing the floor at a very good rate. I mean, 44% from deep, you can't leave him open. Like, you have to have a guy out there. He has a good enough first step, good enough mobility, good enough athleticism. He's able to, score over your favorite bigs. He's able to get past your wings. This dude is an offensive threat, and that's something that we haven't seen to this extent in a while. Now, does Darius Garland get in an All-Star game? I'm really not sure, and before I get any farther, if you could subscribe, that'd help a lot. Goal is to hit 500 before halfway through the year, or before August, so yeah, that'd be insane if we can. I know we're only at 30 right now. This is a second channel. NBA Buckets, I'm just trying to probably make that longer videos, to be honest. The videos right now just aren't working. I got 15 views, and it's a 2,000 sub channel, so I mean, that just doesn't make sense. So yeah, we're going to be moving these videos over there, or those videos over here. Yeah, does Darius Garland make an All-Star? I think so. Or I don't think so, but I think he deserves to. It's kind of tight just because of how many guards are in the East. I think it should be very close. He has taken a huge jump. He's averaging 20 and 7 a game, shooting 43% from deep. He's been a very good player, all-star level player, considering how many, wins they have. That really does help a lot. Yeah, in the East, in the fan voting doesn't really matter for the starters, but he didn't even land on the list. Donovan Mitchell barely landed at second above Dame. He didn't land on the list. Now, should he be on there? Maybe. Personally, looking at the list, I don't think he'll make it. You got Dame, you got Jalen Brunson, you got Trey, you got LaMelo, you got Cade. All those 6 probably are going to get voted over him. But he definitely has an argument, especially at 31-4. He could sneak in. Also, the bench been very underrated. Karis LeVert, he's been great. 46% from 3. I feel like he's taking a slight jump. Craig Porter Jr., he's been a beast. We know how good he is from a couple years ago. He's barely played, but I just wanted to shout him out. I was one of the few people that actually voted for him for All-Star. Don't ask why I did it. I just wanted to. Ty Jerome. While that team was injured, especially earlier in the year, he helped carry them. UVA legend. He's averaging 10 a game while shooting very good from 3. And this team really can't be stopped. If y'all have heard of the Cavaliers, they got a lot of those a game. It seems like there's like one every game where they're going on like a 15-0 run or something like that. And you're really not sure how to stop them. They can control the pace. They can shoot deadly from deep. Like, you cannot stop them three-point shooting-wise. I mean, they're shooting over 40%. And I don't have the stats in front of me. I don't know if a team's ever done that before. Like, that's insane. 40% from deep. And they're doing it on, like, actually, I'm not sure how many threes a game. It doesn't say here. But, like, it's insane. I think it's, like, 50-plus threes a game that they're doing it on. Like, that's not normal. Okay, 40 threes a game, which is 5th. They're shooting over 40% from deep. That's not normal. They have the highest offensive rating in the entire league, 122.2. I'd imagine that's one of the best offensive ratings ever, and they have a plus 12 net rating. So they're basically beating teams by 12 points per 100 possessions. That's insane. Of their 4 losses, one of them was to the Celtics by 3. And the Boston Celtics, who just came off the NBA championship, 2 of them were to the Hawks. And that really does make sense. The Hawks turn into the Bulls, like the 97 Bulls, 96 Bulls whenever they play a good team. And the other one was to the Heat, which also doesn't really make sense. But, I mean, yeah, they've beat very good competition, which just makes it even weirder. But, like, this team is legit, 31-4. Historically good, really. They beat the Celtics. They've beat the Mavs. They beat the Nuggets 3 times. They've beat the Lakers twice. They beat the Bucks 3 times. They've beat the Knicks. They've beat the Magic, depending on how much stock you put into that. That Thunder game should be fun. Yeah, I mean, this team is nuts. This is one of the greatest offenses ever. Still have a very good defense. Potentially 3 All-Stars. I think they could threaten to win 70 games. So, yeah, very fun team. I wonder how they're going to fare in the playoffs, but let's not even worry about that right now. They're on pace to win 73 games. I really don't care. That should be fun watching them try and chase the record if they can get there, which would be a historic milestone.